Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends from around the world, and dreamers from every walk of life. Today I stand before you not as Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, not as a billionaire, not as a man who once failed mathematics twice, but as someone who knows what it means to start again. Yes, my friends, today I am starting again. Now you may ask, Jack, what do you mean you're starting again? You're already successful. But that is exactly why I must start again. Because life does not care how successful you were. Life asks you every day, what are you doing now? Let me tell you a secret. Success is like a Chinese dumpling. When it's fresh, it's delicious. But if you leave it too long, it becomes hard, cold, and very difficult to chew. So you must cook again. You must start again. When I graduated, I applied for 30 jobs. All 30 said, no thank you. Even KFC rejected me. KFC. I walked in hungry and walked out rejected. Even the chicken didn't look at me. But now every time I pass a KFC, I wink at the chicken. I say, hey, I made it. Listen to me. Rejection is not a wall, it's a trampoline. You bounce back higher. People say, Jack, how do you handle failure? I tell them, I eat it for breakfast. If you are afraid to fail, you are afraid to grow. And if you don't grow, my friend, you are not living, you are only existing like a tree in a hotel lobby. Decorative, but not fruitful. Starting again means embracing the awkward, the clumsy, and the painful. Like when you go to the gym for the first time in years and your muscles scream, why are you doing this? But you keep going. Why? Because you're starting again. Many people are afraid to reset because they confuse it with regret. They say, if I start again, does that mean I wasted my past? No. You didn't waste it, you invested it. The returns may not have arrived, but the experience is in your pocket. My first 2 companies failed. One was so bad that even I didn't want to work there. But those failures gave me something no business school can offer. Street wisdom. The kind of wisdom that tells you, don't trust a partner who smiles too much and says, don't worry. When you start again, you are not going backward. You are pressing forward with upgraded knowledge. It's like updating your software. The phone is the same, but now it can do more. Unless it's Windows, then maybe it crashes first. Yes, I said it. Your excuses are lazy. They sleep in, eat potato chips, and tell you, let's try tomorrow. But tomorrow never shows up on its own. You must go get it. Some people say, Jack, I'm too old to start again. Oh, really? Colonel Sanders started KFC at 65. Grandma Moses began painting at 78. You are not old, you are just well marinated. Others say, but Jack, I don't have money. Let me tell you, when I started Alibaba, we had no money. We had hope, hunger, and half a computer. The other half had a cracked screen. Our office was my apartment. My meeting room was the bathroom. If someone flushed the toilet, you knew the meeting was over. No money? That is not an excuse. It is an opportunity. You become creative. You barter. You hustle. You pray a lot. You learn to negotiate with cockroaches. Let me tell you something very serious. Life is too important to be taken seriously. You must learn to laugh, especially at yourself. When I first tried to speak English, I sounded like a confused GPS. You go. Left. No. Wait. You go. Never mind. People laughed at me. And I laughed too. Why? Because laughter keeps your soul young. You are going to make mistakes when you start again. Big ones. Some so big, even your pet will look at you and say, wow, that was dumb. But it's okay, because if you can laugh, you can learn. In the early days of Alibaba, our website crashed more than a 3-year-old on a sugar high. But we laughed, fixed it, and kept going. We didn't have investors. We had noodles. We didn't have a business plan. We had a whiteboard and a dream. When you decide to start again, people will say things like, are you sure? You're too old for this. Isn't it risky? Didn't you try this already? Ignore them. They are not your audience. They are spectators. Some of them will watch, some will doubt, and some will secretly hope you fail so they feel better about not trying. But you are not starting again for them. You are starting again for you because your dreams are not expired. They are simply waiting for your courage to mature. Sometimes the people closest to you will doubt you, your friends, your family, even your dog, but that's okay. You are not doing a group project. You are doing a soul project. When you start again, pretend you have nothing. Because if you work like you have nothing, you will gain everything. When I was teaching English, I made $12 a month. But I worked like I was preparing to run the United Nations. I read, I practiced, I taught with passion. Why? Because how you do the small things is how you do the big things. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is like a unicorn riding a rainbow. You can talk about it, but it never comes. Just start. Start clumsy. Start tired. Start broke. Start with a bad haircut, but start. Work hard. Even if the only one clapping for you is your mom. And sometimes even your mom will say, maybe you should get a real job. Smile and say, I am. I'm building one. Every great person you admire at some point, they had to start again. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. Oprah was told she was not fit for TV. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Imagine if they said, well, that's it. Let me just retire and sell pineapples. No, they reinvented. They came back stronger. And that's what you must do. Reinvention is not a betrayal of your past. It is a celebration of your potential. Sometimes starting again is the best thing that can happen to you. You get to break free from what no longer works. You get to fire your old self and hire a better version. You get to say, the old me got me here, but the new me will take me further. You know what's powerful? A beginner with swagger. Someone who walks into the unknown and says, I may not know everything, but I'm excited to learn. Don't be ashamed to be new. Be excited to be new. When you are new, you are full of questions. You are curious. You are open. You are dangerous in a good way. The expert is sometimes trapped by ego. But the beginner? Oh, the beginner has freedom. You can try, fall, cry, laugh, and try again. So be that bold beginner. Walk into the room, head held high, voice a little shaky, but spirit unbreakable. Don't think for 1 second that your time has passed. If you are alive, then your purpose is alive. The world still needs your ideas, your laughter, your weird solutions, your inventions, your late night scribbles on napkins. Someone out there is waiting for the thing only you can bring. You are not too late. You're right on time. The delay you experienced was just your preparation. The pain you felt was your training. Don't keep your gifts buried in fear. Unwrap them, use them, share them. When I started Alibaba, people thought I was crazy. Maybe I was. But sometimes a little crazy is what the world needs. Because normal people don't change the world, crazy dreamers do. So my friend, maybe your business failed. Maybe your relationship ended. Maybe you lost everything. Maybe your confidence is missing like a sock in the laundry. It's okay, because I'm starting again and so can you. This is not the end. This is the remix. This is the reboot. This is your part 2. And we all know that in the movies, part 2 has more explosions, better music, and the hero finally figures it out. So stand up, wipe your tears, fix your hair. Unless you're bald like me, then just shine it with pride. Look in the mirror and say, I am not done. I am not finished. I am not quitting. I am starting again with new lessons, new fire, new jokes, and maybe some new shoes because, hey, you deserve it. Let the world watch. Let the haters whisper. Let the critics write their blogs. You just smile, wave, and walk boldly into your next chapter because your story is not over. It's just getting interesting. Thank you.